Yo, what's up, guys? Today, I wanted to show you that I made $15,000 this last 2 weeks, and it's all just from doing holistic wellness coaching and now business coaching, sharing with the coaches how to facilitate, how to build their personal brand without paid ads, without having to do cringy, annoying, rage baity type of viral content, and how to actually just attract soul-aligned people that they love, that they would love to serve, and that they are capable of bringing through a transformation completely organically without going viral, without running paid ads. So, anybody could just say, oh, I made this much money in this amount of time. So right here you'll see it says 12,700, but I also have Zelle payments, PayPal payments, Wise payments, and everything. Now, granted, I have employees because I'm lazy as shit and I don't want to do anything except shoot videos and hop on sales calls. So granted, yeah, maybe like $2,000 of that goes to my employees, but still, it's just the first 2 weeks. I'm gonna at least get to 30 G's this month. No problems, like guaranteed. And I'm not special at all. Like, the only reason why this is a thing is because of 3 primary, really simple skill sets that if you just start learning them right now and compounding that knowledge day and day, week to week, month to month, 6 months, 12 months down the line, and you're like, holy shit, just like some of the students in my group, they're like, oh my God, I finally actually understand what the importance of going through a very specific sequence of questions during a sales call, and how to use my tonality to most effectively better understand, like, where exactly is my prospect at in the moment, and still trying to wrap my head around, like, am I even capable of supporting this person through the transformation they're looking for, or maybe should I try to point them in the right direction if I couldn't fulfill their needs. So being able to effectively close people, and when you sell things like what I sell, which is breath work, holistic wellness, proper nutrition, all forms of the latest peer-reviewed data and ancient science put in and compiled into one place to effectively, completely transform somebody's body, mind, and soul. I mean, it's a no-brainer. Pretty much these services can help anybody. So if you're selling something that you feel like is a shit product and it can't help anybody, then please don't learn these sales techniques, because they work way too well, and I don't want you to go manipulate people for bad. But I always love to manipulate people for good, because the big pharma, big food, big booze, big smoke, all these mother fluffers, they're all having billion-dollar budgets to manipulate people into purchasing their shit to die. They're manipulating people into killing themselves willingly. So if they have billion-dollar budgets to manipulate people into killing themselves willingly, then isn't it important for other purpose-based entrepreneurs, aka purposepreneurs, to learn the skill to effectively manipulate people into being better to themselves, to manipulate people into believing that they actually are capable of changing the whole trajectory of their life, to manipulating people into loving themselves and coming back into that place where they feel like actually life is worth fucking living? Yeah, it's a very, very, very important skill, because what you'll notice is that manipulation is a neutral fucking word. You manipulate clay as a fucking potter. You're doing ceramics and shit. What are you doing? You're manipulating the clay. What are you doing when carpenters manipulating wood? Dude, you're always manipulating something. You're just shaping and molding, shifting and sculpting things. So why not shape and mold and shift and sculpt, or aka manipulate somebody's brain into doing something that's going to completely make the entirety of the rest of their life, instead of what it's been like, waking up feeling unfulfilled, waking up unsatisfied, not being so okay with the person that they look in the mirror, and to be able to actually shift what that really could look like over this next 6, 12 months, 1 year, of finally seeing that version of themselves that has the desired results that they want to attain, and being able to guide them through getting those fucking results. So only do what I'm talking about right now if you know what you're selling works, or if you're plugged into somebody's offer who's selling something that works. For example, right now we're hiring more closers and more appointment setters, but the issue is that not all of you guys are good at that yet. So right now we're figuring out the whole training process and sharpening and polishing up our SOPs, etc. But anyways, what I'm getting at here is what. Okay, so wow, I think I better understand your situation now. So correct me if I'm wrong, okay? So overall, it sounds like what I'm hearing is that you're currently going through a place where you're drinking on the weekends, you're spending that last bit of your money, buying OnlyFans, spending it on booze in the club, trying to impress friends that you don't even really like so much. Am I right so far? Yeah? Okay, got it. So, and it sounds like that's what it's really taking from you is it's taking your sense of self-worth. It's robbing you of your clarity the next day. And you kind of go to bed knowing that you just wasted your time, and then you wake up feeling like shit, knowing that you're built for so much more. So I guess with that, do you think it might be helpful, because I know you'd also shared like you see this version of yourself, being in good shape, having the financial success that you're looking to obtain. I know you mentioned that 5 to 10K a month would replace your existing monthly revenue. So between the being in shape, the replacing your income with something that's more aligned with your purpose, do you think it might be helpful to see if there was a solution so you didn't have to actually continue to keep making these really simple mistakes that 99% of people are doing through the alcohol, through the overeating, through the scrolling, through the lack of education and implementation, so that they stay just like those regular guys when there's somebody who's actually wanting to become excellent. So do you think it might be helpful if there was a way that you were able to overcome those issues and become that person that you had said a moment ago to me that you're really aspiring towards becoming? Do you think it might be helpful if there was a way for us to be able to get you to that place only through your doing and just using our frameworks? Do you think it might be possible for you in the first place to show up and be the type of person, unlike most people who just give up on things and never even give it a shot? Do you think you might find it useful to become the kind of person that actually, goes all in for themselves? Bruh, you get paid racks just to know how to encourage people strategically, just knowing how to finesse people into coming to the basic conclusion that they need help anyways. You're literally helping people come to the conclusion that they want to become a better person. When you're in high ticket sales, when you're selling your own wellness or coaching product, whether that's yoga, breathing, nutrition, personal training, whatever it may be, any form of a purpose-based, most of the time holistic-based practice and process that you bring people through. We've worked with doctors. We've helped doctors create their brands. We've helped therapists create their brands. Psychiatrists psychologists create her brand. So with that, it's like, I'm not special. You just have to learn marketing, sales, fulfillment, 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 fulfillment, marketing, sales, fulfillment, marketing, sales, fulfillment, marketing, sales. So when you can learn how to do fulfillment, marketing, and sales, I guarantee you that the entirety of your life is going to become a highlight reel where you're just straight up chilling, doing the shit that you want to do every day. Now, granted, am I in a gazillion-dollar villa right now? No, because I don't need that. When I'm a millionaire, I'll spend my money like that. But in the building process, living in a nice, private, souped-up, one bed, one bath is good for me, because that's really all I need at the moment. I already did that shit with I've rented everything from Ferraris to McLarens to Lamborghini Uruses to the SVJ. Dude, I rent. It's hard to say if it was a renter. It's just like my homie. He's a car dealer, and I got his Rolls Royce Ghost. I was paying about 4 G's a month for that shit for 6 whole months, which, granted, 4 G's a month for a Ghost is not that bad. Typically, that goes up to 8 or 9, but it was a bit of an older model, and you would never know with how those cars look unless you're somebody who understands and knows about the intricacies of Rolls. You become somebody who's actually driving them shits all the time. Bro, I've been in whipping Cullinans, Phantoms, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like dropping bags just to whip around the car in Miami and, ride first class to fucking Aruba, blah, 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 blah. So I already did all that. So now I live a more simple situation. I'm about to buy a Ducati, which is cool. Yeah, great. I know it's about to be a souped up bike. I'm still making my choice on which one. But, like, you literally just need to make an extra 5 to 10 G's per month from your phone, from making an impact on people's lives. Like, what did I do today? I woke up this morning, I got on my group coaching call. There's 8 people currently in my group, and then another 8 who never show up, which everyone comes in cycles. It is what it is. A lot of people give up on themselves, though, and that's the main issue. It's that people give up on themselves. So if you're the type of person who knows that they are not going to give up on themselves, no matter come hell or high water, you're the type of person that will get back on the horse and keep riding no matter what, I guarantee you that everything that you set your mind to is completely and 100,000% possible. I'm 26 years old. We're just getting started. I've been making this multi-6-figure swag since I was 22 years old now. It's crazy. It's been a whole 3 years now that I've been slaying it like this, and this is going to be the biggest year yet, guaranteed, hands down. And I'm so grateful to have these skills. So I just want to come on here and rant for a little bit and share with you guys the opportunity that you have right now. Like, you have such a big opportunity to be able to make money on your phone. And I'm not going to say that this gap is closing, but there is enough people who are getting very, very well oriented to what it's like to leverage AI, learn high value income skills like appointment setting and sales, and also for people who are actually the practitioners themselves to be able to create their own coaching brand, etc. Like, it is time. If you have a gift, or if you have the drive to actually learn how to do the sales, the marketing, the appointment setting, etc., this is like the fucking gold rush right now, and most people are sleeping on it. Someone like me, who's not even viral, but still has enough lead flow from my content to a very niche specific audience where I'm making every single month 15 to 30 G's a month. I mean, come on, guys. Come on. And mark my words, and I'm glad that I have this on recording. Ooh, it was 12:22 when I said that. Mark my words, in the next 3 months, I am going to hit my first $100,000 month, and my posts are going to start going viral. Mark my fucking words. Time stamped on August 22nd. And the other cool thing that I'd like to share with you guys is when you learn these skills, you're not only limited to selling your products. Guys, I do growth partnership with some other brands of people who are just like, I love them with all my heart. They're good friends of mine. I'd be waking up with racks in my other Stripe account that's like 50-50, 50 mine, 50 theirs. And I'd be waking up with racks in my other Stripe account because of these extremely well-developed personal brands who have been building their brands for, decades at this point. For example, Illuminati Congo is who I'm referring to, and then right now working with Hey Coach Matt, mobility coach. Look him up on IG, super cool guy. So, or look him up on YouTube as well. There he is. You just texted. I love that shit. So, when you learn these skills, you can literally you don't even need to be the face, you don't even need to be the personal brand. You can actually just implement these skills and share them with the world. So if you've at all been thinking that like the mundane, basic, what you've been doing is not working out so hot and you want to actually do something that's more fun, fulfilling, and rewarding financially, then all you got to do is just hit me up on IG. We could talk, see if it does make sense for you to learn how to do these high income skills and start making that 5 to 10K per month or more online just from using your thumbs and your voice and typing messages on your phone. And if it is something that makes sense for you and you do seem like the person who's actually committed to it, not like most of the people who are just like, oh, let me comment the word and then never respond. If you're one of those people who's actually like serious about developing these skill sets, then I'd be happy to hop on and talk and just figure out where's the next best steps for you. So with that, I'm gonna head out. Have a great one. Time to go to Rasta House tonight. Brr.